I'm Lindsay from Fluid Art magazine. I'm the crazy old bird that loves to read magazines, and that's how all this started. Today I've got my lovely painting top on, so if I've got paint all over it, I go to the shops or on the school run. Hopefully people won't notice. I've got myself all my stuff ready, and I'm going to start with today's challenge. It's one from Cass Pell from Boom Gels. She's done as a tutorial for the magazine, and then I've watched her tutorial on the bouquet video, and I'm gonna see if I can do it. As a complete beginner, it's very likely to be a disaster, but that's what the challenge is about. It wouldn't be any good if I were just as brilliant as all the professionals. There's plenty of them out there doing us loads of videos. So today I've got reused tongue depressors and little crafting sticks. I've got no balloons, so I'm going to use a recycled glove. I've got recycled gloves on my hands. I've got some pigments. I haven't got the same colours as Cass, so I've got small tongue blue. I can't even pronounce what that says. ANRZO. Indigo, which when it's mixed up it just looks the same colour as this, so I might not use that. And I've got the small tongue copper, which I was hoping would be more burgundy, but it is what it is. So I might use that one, I might not. And then I've got the Boom Gel Stain Lily Pilly Pink, and I've got Boom Gel Stain Pearlescent Violet. And these I find are great for mixing up pigments and things, especially when I'm just mixing a small amount up and I'm not likely to want to save them. They're just little plastic trays that the yogurt pots come in the supermarket, and they're in sixes. I bring them home and cut them up, and they're just right nice sized tubs. So the first thing that I'll do then is I'll get this base down all over. Got some old lumps in it, look. Just get those scooped out. Maybe I shouldn't have put it all down, because I think Cass was using some to extend things out and put things here, so I'll just put a bit of that back. I could always mix some more up. I'll tip it and spread it and get it near to the edges. Doesn't really matter if it's lumpy and stuff for what I do, because I won't get anything that's I doubt if I'll get anything that's good enough to keep. I normally find that I'd have to practice and practice and practice, but you know, I'm a beginner, so I don't get stuff that people want to hang on the walls. But it's really enjoyable. So I'm going to start in this bottom corner here. I'm going to blow it up that way, and then I'm going to attempt all the fancy bits that Cass does further up. So I'm going to pour some of this on, because it's much bigger than I normally use for doing anything. But as I say, it's a canvas board that I had, and it was good for recycling. I've got this blue, which is the small tongue mica powder blue, mica powder, I don't know. Then I'll put some Boom Gel next. I'll use this pearlescent violet on top of that into the middle. Then I'll put this other powder, this other pigment, in the centre of that, because it does look a little bit lighter. So I'll pour some into the centre of that, so they'll maybe look nice together, being two different shades, but very complementary. And then I'm going on the top with this pink, which is, I love it. I love hot pink. Oh, I'd do better if I unscrewed the top. So I love that. Look at that. That is such a yummy colour. A lot of people don't like pink, but I do. So I'm going to blow this out everywhere now, and I'm going to use this little tool that I have here, and I'm going to blow it out. I've moved my computer this time. I spilt paint all over it last time. So I've set it well out of the way. I'm going to blow up and across to start with. I don't know whether this is what it's supposed to look like. But hey ho. Out to the side a bit. Move a little bit more up there so there's some colour going up. I wonder if my paint's too thick. Maybe move some down here. Oh yeah, you see, look, that one at the bottom that I put down, that copper, it's gone quite browny now. Whereas it looked quite burgundy in the pot. And that other pigment's just sitting there and doing nothing. That pink's coming through. It's quite nice. I like that pink. I mean, I watched the video, but retaining what it does on that video in my head is, well, I just don't seem to grasp it all. But this will help you, because it'll help you to see that I'm just a complete beginner at this as well. Watching a video, zooming off to go and try it. You're not the only ones out there when you start out, are you? Cass does say to leave it to sit for a bit. I'm going to just try. Now, as with all beginners, you're just eager to get on and do the next fancy bit. So I've got this used glove that I'm going to use as my balloon, because I haven't got any balloons even. So I'll try down here first. See what happens. Well, there's something. So I'll take that off. And I'll try. And I'm going to try over here first, because I've no idea whether it's going to be any good. Well, I still don't know, because that just seemed to pull loads of white to the top. Maybe that's what it's about. So let's wipe that off. And try again. I don't know if my paint's still too runny, because it just doesn't seem to be doing anything, doesn't this? Try where there's a bit more colour. No, it's just pulled all the colour straight off now. So I don't know what I'm doing completely wrong here. Maybe that's where the colour, where I blew it out, the colour got too thin. Maybe the balloons got, maybe it's too hard. Nothing left of it. So what's my options now then to do? Put some colour onto the balloon and try and put colour on it that way. I suppose that's one thing to do. Let's give this a go. It looks like this is going to be an absolute disaster and no sort of a challenge at all. Really don't know what I did that I shouldn't have done there. I think it might have been because there was no white left underneath. I think maybe I need to watch the video again, because that's just not doing anything at all, really. Nothing. Put a bit of this foam gel on the balloon. Try this, see whether this will do anything. Bit of that, bit of the pink. Maybe I should. Everything's just doing nothing, just making a mucky mess of white and grey. Well, I've got a very grey looking bouquet. No colour in there, which is a bit disappointing for me because I love colour. So I don't really know what to do to solve the problem. I'll let go of the glove a minute. I've got a bit of this blue left in this pot, so I'm just going to take one of these sticks and I'm going to put it in this white. I'm sure I saw Cass doing something like this. So I've put a bit of blue. Really do like that pinky colour, so put some of the pink here again, put some of the purple on the edge, and I'll just keep trying. You know, there's nothing to lose. It's just a recycled or a damaged board that I'm using. Try blowing up this glove again. Might have done better if I'd have had the right equipment. Say a bad workman always blames his tools. So let's try dabbing a bit of this. Let's try. Not really getting what you'd class as those. I just seem to be pulling all the white paint off. I'm getting a mucky mess of grey. I think that's that copper underneath that's creating all that. I'm doing better on the side. The side's making nice patterns, but nothing on the actual canvas type. I'm getting quite a nice little effect there. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put some like little blobs of this on. See what happens with this. Put some of the pink in it. Well, the great thing about it all is it's just such fun trying stuff out, even when you make mistakes. So let's see what happens by... Let's go a bit... Oh, I don't something there. Well, I've certainly got a little bit of a colour. Let's go a bit slower. No, all I've done is pulled it up again. I've got a feeling that I must have too much white down. Going again, really nice and slow. Oh, I think something has come there. I wonder what will happen with this bit. If I pop it on a bit of white on the edge, will anything happen? Maybe. Let's add a bit of colour in. I think this is much more interesting than just blowing things out, because you're actually trying to do something as well, and I'm not very skilled at the blowing out. Feels nice. Oh, that's just another big white blobby mess. Must be too much white again. Well, I have got some bits of colour in there now, which is what I desperately wanted to get. So I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to put a bit more up here and here and here. See what I can do. It's very fun. I know it's not going to be anything like Cass would make, but it's still fun, it's still enjoyable, which is really what this is all about. I've got some uber bubbles there. Oh, that's gone. So let's try again. See what happens. Well, I think I've got a few bits. It looks a bit petly up there. Oh, I don't know if that's done better. Now I've actually gone really slowly. I saw on a bit where she said she wanted to do something a bit more slowly. I'm actually really enjoying this. Such a fun thing to do. I guess I'll be doing a lot more of it. So fun. Love these little bits of colour everywhere. I don't know what I'll do next time to do better with it. Maybe have a lot more colour mixed up, ready to go. And these boom gels are fabulous because you literally just add them and they're there. Fabulous pops of colour. I wish I had something more burgundy though. I think that would set this off. I wish I had more of that blue mixed up. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix the blue up. I'm going to mix some blue up before I do anything else. So what I've actually decided to do is, I tried this Atelier Free Flow. It was such a lovely blue. And it's phthalo blue. And I've also got an Atelier Free Flow Phthalo Green. So I'm going to try putting some spots of that on, because that might just give me the bit of contrast that I'm looking for, the bit of something extra. Oh, I'm finding this very fun. So a huge thank you to you, Cass, for being so kind in the first place to send me the tutorial. Thank you very much, Cass. You have been really nice and kind as well, both you and Brett, with my new little venture, my fun thing for my old age. So let's dry that off a bit and see what happens now. Maybe not quite so much air. Oof, oof. That's made too much colour, I think. Oopsie. Try and... Oh, look at that colour. I'll have to dab some more off, I think. Might need to put some white into it. I love that little bit. I might be learning something here. Might actually be learning something. I wish I'd have got some balloons. Before I try to do this again, I must spend some money and get some balloons, because they're not very expensive. Aren't balloons, are they? Yeah, I think that one's too harsh and too much colour now. I love that little bit over there, and I love this little bit down here. I don't know what happened there. It's like the paint stuck to the balloon. Oh, I think I went too hard and too fast again. Too slow. Go more slowly. Yeah, I think I've just spoilt that down there. I suppose I could put a bit more white in that area. I've got some white here, I kept some. Just blob some more white down and see what happens with that. Well, it's taken out that. It's left it looking a bit, a lot unbalanced. A right tiny little drip maybe. Splodge. Splodge. Maybe that's what it needs. Tiny little bits. Well, I've no idea. When I'm getting it right, I don't know how I'm getting it right. And when I'm getting it wrong, I don't really know how I'm getting it wrong. Don't really know what I'm doing that differently. That were better. I had quite a blown up balloon and then I sort of let the air out as I put it down. There you go. Put it down. I like that. It is very messy looking. Let's see what's what now. Well, I've got an absolute unholy mess, as I'm sure you can see. Look at that. Nothing like a bouquet really at all. But if I was doing it perfect, you'd never believe I was a beginner. So I'm going to do, I think what Cass said she did next was some finger kisses. Oh, she did say she picked off some of the white in the area first. Maybe my white's too thin. Maybe it should be thicker. So let's just, I've picked out some of the white. So let's see what I get with this. There's a nice little trail of colour there. Maybe I need to put some of these colours down on the edge so I can dib-dab in them with my fingers. Okay, so let's try a bit of that blue. I'm just tapping it in with some of this white to not make it maybe so strong. Tap up some more white. And add what do I want from this middle bit there? Anything or nothing? I need to go through these. I've got some purpley up here, so let's just, you probably hear all the noises in the background. Got dogs barking, I've got people sawing wood. Whatever day I choose to try and do things like this videoing on, I always get plenty of noise around. But it's just playtime, or otherwise this video is going to be boring you to death. I like those little touches. I think they're very pretty. Because it's pinky purple here. Oops, that must be too much white on. I'm quite enjoying doing that, but I'm not sure whether I'm making this picture any better or any worse. Making it a bit more delicate and light, sort of, so that it's kind of fading out. That's kind of the way that you're looking at it, that I was hoping to create something. I've not done a fabulous job, but it's been a fun time. I've enjoyed what I've done. It's something I'll explore more. I think it's more fun than some of the other methods that I've done. and tried. I think you can adjust things as you go along, and I think you can just try different things out. But that's it. That's what I'm going to call done with that one for now. Well, done for good with that one. I hope, as you can see, as a beginner, it can be very disheartening when things go wrong and you've got no idea whether you're doing things right, wrong, why you're getting them right, why you're getting them wrong. It is just down to practice, and I'll keep practicing. Bye.